go. And now we'll move on to the tight ends. So we're talking tight ends here. Last week we talked about, who did we talk about? Dan Arnold, and we talked about Mike Gesicki. If you played Mike Gesicki this past week, you wouldn't be too upset about it.
I wish I had Gesicki in the league.
Yeah. So because we had a couple people attacking some shit, saying, "What are you talking about, Mike Gesicki? Mike Gesicki, blah 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 blah." Well, guess
someone
what,
was trying
Bray?
to say Higbee was better than Gesicki.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck, dude.
Good. Yeah, how'd that go for you?
Yeah, bro.
How'd that go for you?
Let's go. So, but we'll talk Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox. You know what it is this team is just throwing the ball so fucking much that Dawson Knox is very relevant now. I mean, I think it's just a sneaky play when it comes down to it. These tight ends are the ones that do well. Like it varies so much, but it's basically ones who fall in the end zone. And Dawson Knox gets targeted in the red zone at times, and so I think Dawson Knox is definitely somebody you could throw in your lineup. I think I'm not mad at it. I mean, I'm in a situation where I waited way too long for tight ends, and I have Gerald Everett and Juwan Johnson in the league, and it's a dynasty league. I've got Pat Fryermuth. Fucking, I mean, it's a rough go at it. You know, Dawson Knox is a great opportunity there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's 70% available on ESPN. He's had 4 touchdowns in the last 3 games. And I put it right here in my notes. I put Robert Tonyan 2.0, or like he's the Robert Tonyan of this year in terms of where, I mean, Robert Tonyan was super fantasy relevant. Was it a year ago, 2 years ago, I think? I think it was like 2 years ago, where he had a fuck ton of touchdowns.
Yeah, it was like literally like every other catch he caught a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing the Robert Tonyan effect with Dawson Knox in this offense. Like Mike said, they're throwing the ball at just a ridiculous rate. And when you have weapons like Diggs and Manny Sanders is coming out, finally getting acclimated to the system, Beasley across the middle, Josh Allen could run the ball. When you're game planning to stop the Bills, like Dawson Knox is like 5th on your list to stop. Like you're not game planning to stop Dawson Knox, who we've seen is a capable pass catcher. And I mean, when this guy gets the football, like he's angry. Like this guy does not want to be tackled, and he will not let you tackle him. He's just
runs angry.
Yeah, he rocks. He knocks. Yeah, he runs angry. So. And the touchdown upside is just ridiculous. I mean, when they're in the red zone, he's looking for him. So, yeah, give me Dawson Knox all day. Like I said, I think this is the Robert Tonyan effect of how it's like maybe he's not getting hyper. He's not putting up crazy numbers like a Kelsey, or a Waller in terms of receptions and yardage. But, I mean, a guy who's going to see in one of the best offenses, I mean, you could arguably say that the Bills have the best offense in the NFL right now over the Chiefs,
They're over the Chiefs, probably, yeah.
Yeah. So,
right now, yeah.
The scoring opportunities are going to be there. So, yeah, give me a guy like Dawson Knox. I mean, I'm in a league where I had Logan Thomas in a couple leagues. He hurt the hammy. Maybe he's out for a week or two. Who knows? But, yeah, I'm making an emphasis to get Dawson Knox on my roster in those leagues where I have a Logan Thomas. Or maybe you drafted a Higbee or a Tonyan, which, I know all of us over here we're not personally high on. Maybe you got, hey, let me go get Dawson Knox, because I do think Dawson Knox has a better rest of season value than guys like Higbee, Jonnu Smith, Robert Tonyan. So, yeah, give me all the Knox.
All the Knox. All right, knock, knock. It's Dan Arnold. It's fucking Dan Arnold. Dan Arnold's still on the Jaguars. He got a little bit involved, nothing crazy last week, but he was definitely out there. And he was only on the team, a couple days?
Yeah, a couple days. I think he gets you like 2 or 3 catches. So, I mean, guy's fresh off the boat, still learning the offense and everything. But you know me, I'm really big on terms of like if you trade for somebody or you sign someone to free agency, it's because you have plans to utilize that player on your offense. You're not going out and making an effort specifically to go target a certain player if you're not going to utilize him. Obviously, James O'Shaughnessy, he gets hurt. He's out for the rest of the year. So it makes me believe that Urban Meyer and the Jaguars were not confident enough in the capabilities of the second and third string tight ends that they had on their team, whether it's blocking, whether it's receiving, whatever it may be, who knows. So they go out and they trade for Dan Arnold. So it's his second week in this offense. I would be going out and grabbing and stashing Dan Arnold. DJ Chark's out for the year. I think he broke his ankle. I'm pretty sure it was the year. So now you're going to have Laviska Shenault and Marvin Jones. Obviously, those guys get an uptick in targets and their values get boosted for the rest of the season. But outside of that, I mean, I think they have Tavon Austin, who's, I can't believe that guy's still in the league. He's a gadget guy. They go out and they get Dan Arnold, who's a big red zone threat. And you always say, Mike, a rookie quarterback, who's his best friend?
Tight end, because he's a big boy.
He's a big boy.
Or
big
Devontae
boy.
Parker, maybe.
Yeah. So, yeah, give me some Dan Arnold here. I'm really curious to see what he's capable of achieving. And like another guy who's kind of like, I don't want to say he's like a Gesicki, because I think you can use Dan Arnold in terms of blocking more than Gesicki does. Gesicki's a receiver. He's basically a receiver labeled as a tight end for whatever reason. Dan Arnold, I think he can block. But when you see some of these highlights right here, Dan Arnold just looks like an oversized wide receiver. So, yeah, great red zone threat for a guy like Trevor Lawrence. So, yeah, give me Dan Arnold, another guy where you're saying it's a low risk, high reward for him. And, the Jaguars are going to be, that could be Trevor Lawrence's go-to guy, in a sense.
Yeah, you never know.
You don't trade for a guy, just have him sit on the bench and do nothing.
Well, you have him in there, and then all of a sudden, obviously the game on last Thursday, you had rookie quarterback against rookie quarterback. Is actually a pretty good game, but or not rookie quarterback. What was that? Both Heisman.
Yeah, the last two first overall picks.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was a fun game to watch, but as soon as Dan Arnold gets involved, Trevor Lawrence looks a little bit better. People were talking about playing the Bengals defense. We said no, and Trevor Lawrence did his thing. So it looks like the upswing from my boy Danny over here.
Yeah.
Let's talk on the other side of the ball. We got the Bengals tight end CJ who's your mama? CJ UZOMAH. CJ got more involved. 5 receptions, 95 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He ended up there. This is a guy where I'm not mad at it to stream this tight end, but I think it's because T. Higgins was out in this game. I think that T. Higgins looking like he's going to play in this next game here for week 5, so I don't think I'm going to throw CJ UZOMAH in my lineups, but I think if there's going to be other opportunities where we have like wide receivers getting hurt and whatnot, I think for the Bengals, I think that's an opportunity for you to throw in CJ UZOMAH. How the fuck you say his last name?
UZOMAH, I think.
UZOMAH. Yeah. That's what I said.
But U's not going to be on my roster. That's what I'll tell you.
But do you get what I'm saying, though? Like, with the T. Higgins missing, I'm not mad at it. But besides that, I don't think I'm going to play him. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because I think a lot of people are going to be thinking about possibly adding CJ to their lineup, and I wanted to talk about it, I guess.
No, for sure. In terms of it's kind of like the Dawson Knox thing. Guy comes out, gets 2 touchdowns. We're saying, yeah, Dawson Knox, grab him, play him. But for me, I agree with you. I'm not rushing to get CJ UZOMAH in my lineup. I agree with you. I think the T. Higgins not being there has a huge impact on him. We didn't see a huge Jamar Chase game either.
Right.
So, at the end of the day, you got Tyler Boyd, you got Jamar Chase, you got T. Higgins, you got Mixon out of the backfield when he's healthy. UZOMAH's like 4th, 5th at, in the pecking order. So, yeah, that's going to be a no from me, dog.
Well, that's all right. Well, let's talk about defenses. Bam, 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 bam. Let's talk about it, baby. What'd you say? You said you liked that video, and it was really informative, and now you want to subscribe so you can win your fantasy football league? Okay, go ahead. You wish that we would live stream and answer fantasy football questions every Sunday before the games? Okay, they sure do. AVG Fantasy Football has your back. Did you get what I did there? It was a little Dora the Explorer, a little back and forth. We weren't actually talking, but you thought maybe you did. Yeah, you thought. Yeah, I convinced you. It's called acting. What else did you say? You said that you want to be able to call in while we do live streams? Hey, should I start McCaffrey? Well, yeah. Here it is. This is an example of what's going to happen. Hello? Yes. I'm curious. Should I start Dalvin Cook? Then this is us. Yeah, obviously you should play Dalvin Cook because Dalvin Cook's really good. So I'd say, it is matchup proof. So put him in your lineup. It's that damn easy. And then bam, you won your fantasy football league that week. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to see more videos just like this. If you want to see us answer questions live every Sunday before the games start, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you know right when we drop content for you to win your fantasy football league.